week 11. I'm like super tired. I worked all night at the night shift at the hotel. This morning, when I arrived, I had to prepare the PDF, well, the requirements to build the Shopify or WooCommerce platform for my assistant, my virtual assistant in Pakistan, so he can get to work on that. So the requirements for the Shopify store, Shopify or WooCommerce, still to be decided, store, and the SEO strategy. So my virtual assistant is like a specialist in Amazon. Still, he's looking for professionals on Shopify or WooCommerce on one side, and specialists in SEO for the website to build a store for Europe and the US. Actually, first for the US, where I will be developing 5 additional products, and later on for Europe. So kind of a complex structure where the store needs to be integrated to a logistic platform, generate also the tracking emails for the customers, and have all the basics, but still that requires several integrations that are not basic, I guess. So I needed to generate some PDFs for him to be able to work on that with the local professionals there. So let's see, I just sent it to him after now I was a couple of hours working on that, but I had the ideas in my head for like several days, so it wasn't difficult to come up with something nice and clean for him to work with the professionals on this field. Also, if he works with professionals, then they will know exactly what it is, but we need to work with high-end guys, because if it's just to build a basic website, we can do that on our own. So, but it's the integrations that I fear the most. So let's see how it goes. But yeah, kind of tired now, and this is going to be the last thing of the week, generating this entry, because all these nights, this was a long week. So that was one thing. The US boxes for the first product there are in production as we speak. So in Minnesota, where they're having like a snowstorm. So I guess that took a few days of delay, and now they are fully on that. Also, there was that thing of the product itself, the raw product that was kind of scuffed on the outside. I was waiting for the reply from the provider if they were going to replace or not. They're not, but actually, I like it better this way, because otherwise it takes time, and now I just want to focus into launching the product ASAP. So it's okay if if the product is not replaced, and regardless, we did integrate in the packaging the comments on the fact that it could have that external outlook that does not affect on the quality of the product. So we did our job. It's not going to be any more surprise for the customer, who will know exactly what he buys when he's doing the purchase. So it's okay. So let's see if this week I get news. Once the boxes are done, printed and done, they need to ship samples from the US to Barcelona. Here we will do the photography to put in the profile of the item on Amazon and now on the website when we get that done. And once we have the photography done, then we can update the profile in Amazon and send the inventory to Amazon for them to start selling. So yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen next week. because those things are slow, but it will come. Now let's talk about sales. This week, if last week I thought we were already on track for with a constant frequency of sales, this week was a disaster. There were like 4 or 5 days on the road that had like 0 sales. Now it turns out that the last 2-3 days, well, all the days were sales. There were sales. So actually, in 2-3 days, 2-3, yeah, 2-3 or 3-4 days, it compensated for the whole week in terms of the total number. I think it was like six units in 3 days, which is kind of a lot. The 1 week ago it was 10 sales. So in a shorter space they were kind of the same amount, but the fact that they were like 4 or 5 days without any sale at all, that was kind of very frustrating. So let's see the upcoming weeks if we get back to a certain frequency, and this was just like a bump in the road, or what to expect from Amazon. I don't know anymore. So regardless, we will keep on working on the B plan, which is the online store, and at some point also on the eBay, on an eBay account, to diversify to the maximum. So for instance, that's it. Let's see if I get news for the platform, for the Shopify or Woocommerce next week. It's getting, well, it's slow, but let's progress slowly and steadily, and let's see. So now, yeah, I deserve some sleep. Ciao.